Hello, everybody. It's Max with Crypto Talk now. Luna Classic and even Terra Luna 2.0 have had some recent spikes in price despite this bearish time that we're in. So, basically, what's going on and why is this all happening? Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, as we can see right here, a few key things on why this is happening. And of course, like you see, this is straight from Washer News. I know a lot of you guys happen to be subscribed to, for instance, Watcher News on Twitter and other platforms. Just like you see right here, this was actually published earlier on the day. It goes on to mention, after a historic plummet from the top, Terra is making gains while the rest of the market is in the reds. The crypto project's old chain, aka Luna Classic, has spiked by 10.7% in the last 24 hours. Not only that, the token has been up by 3.9% in the previous 7 days. The source basically shows you what exactly happened with that. And of course, that source is CoinGecko. I know a lot of people, even myself, I use CoinGecko from time to time compared to CMC. But you do see this represented in this actual bar chart. On top of that, on the other hand, Terra's new blockchain, aka the 2.0, some people refer to it as, with native coin Luna, has spiked 4.4% in the last 24 hours. Again, the source from CoinGecko. So, like it mentions, what exactly is pushing the Terra token? Well, it mentions Terra's spike is likely due to the V22 upgrade. We talked about it quite a few times on the live show. Actually, as a matter of fact, last night we talked about it. There's various people from the community sent out the tweets and so on. If you followed some of the technical analysis in regards to, for instance, with Orion, right? Everything that's posted in that regard will reflect upon that. So, like it mentions, Terra's spike is likely due to the V22 upgrade for Luna Classic validators, which is currently being voted upon. The upgrade would bring staking back to the network, and many anticipate the vote will go through. I personally look at staking as a win-win. Whenever you have staking, you having that certain amount being taken out of the circulating supply, and then combine that with for instance, the 1.2% burns. I mean, it's, if anything, we'll see a decent pump. As far as parabolic, let's face it, we might not actually see that, but I hope I'm wrong. However, I will state this, like I mentioned on the live show, if we happen to see pumps and also get like a relief rally at that time, like a few green days, then you might see a really significant. As far as the whole hope for parabolic, I just don't think we're there yet. But if anything, and I guess, I should say, I guess this is a guess, and that is this: for these pumps that are going to be coming up, it's not really a prediction. It's just my own personal thought and guess. I'm thinking that if it's anything close to parabolic, we're looking at what? Looking at maybe 0.2 zeros in a figure. And that's being, in my opinion, like borderline stretching it to the point also where, it's a little bit of a bold statement, to say the least. But, that's just my humble opinion. Anyway, back to this a little bit more, and that is, like it mentions, the move requires 66% of the validators to vote in favor of the move. As per online speculation, the vote has already secured 69% of the people. However, there is no official confirmation about the same. But if anything, you've seen other content creators covering this. Everything points towards this is most likely going to happen. I don't see why this wouldn't happen. This just all makes sense to happen, to say the least. A little bit more on this. Of course, it says like breaking news. Again, it's from Twitter. Let's face it, most of the community posts on Twitter and they bring you the latest news. So this is from Luna Classic Validator, aka at LunaC Validator. You can choose to follow them over there. Mentions 66% voting power will soon be passed thanks to validators showing commitment to upgrading to the version 0.5.22. And just like it mentions, from at Bill B, we will be at 65% with Orion's update. Again, everything has to basically go through just that, Orion. So it mentions with Orion and 4-bolt committed, we are at 69%. We'll update the spreadsheet until it is confirmed and done. On top of that, the vote favoring the V22 upgrade would give a much needed bump to the Fallen project. The staking feature going live again should ideally see some positive movements for Terra Luna Classic. If the vote goes through in favor of the upgrade, staking will resume on the Terra Luna Classic network on the day that everybody's been talking about. Let's face it, the big August 26th date, as in Friday. Furthermore, Luna Classic burns are moving full steam ahead. According to Luna Burn Tracker, burns increased by 34%. And as you can see right here, this was posted. It looks like it was yesterday, 6:05 p.m. States daily burn stats for Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022. 1,389,126 Luna Classic, which is about $145 worth, of course, at the time of the market. That was burned, 34% increase, 14 burns at 1 BPH. 1 Luna Classic equals, 0.30104111 at the time of the market. On top of that, the collapse of Terra, like it mentioned, was unlike anything, as we know, before in the crypto industry. And many even compare it to the fall of the Lehman Brothers in 2008's financial crisis. Some of you guys even brought it up on the live show. So how about that? Terra co-founder Do Kwon recently gave his interview after the crash, expressing his disappointment in his judgment. If you haven't seen that particular interview, highly recommend it. Not too long. Interesting to say the least, whether you believe in Do Kwon or you think he's a farce. At the time, I should say at the press time, Luna Classic was trading at 0.00010120, up by about 10.7% in the last 24 hours. At the same time, Luna was trading at $1.73. And again, if you haven't seen the I should say Terra Luna as in the 2.0 video, by all means, take a look into it. I'm not just pulling out some random figure, clickbait, or anything like that about could it 10x. There's an outline of why that statement could actually come into full fruition based on the correlation from history repeating itself, maybe, right, when it comes to what happened with BTT a while back. Trust me, it will all make sense. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. So it goes on to mention, up by about 4.4% in the previous 24 hours. Additionally, Terra's stable coin, let's say unstable stable coin, right? USTC was trading at roughly a little over 2 cents, right? Up about 16.5% in the last 24 hours. And of course, there's more info about 3 Arrows. But guys, that is the latest in regards to what's going on with not just Luna Classic, but actually what's going on with Terra Luna 2.0. So hopefully you all enjoyed today's video on Luna Classic. We'll be following very closely, whether it's on recorded videos or during the live show, the Max and Larry show for Crypto Talk Now, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Thanks for watching today's video. May you all have a blessed day. With that said, everybody, we'll see you on the next one.